Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're getting into some really fascinating ancient theological texts. Our goal, our mission, if you like, is to pull out the key insights about existence, life, the divine. Really, the big questions. Think of us as your guides through these, well, pretty profound concepts.
Absolutely. And these sources, they present a very specific viewpoint. We're looking at a perspective where one single entity is seen as the absolute source, the sustainer of everything.
Okay, yeah, let's unpack that because it sounds radical.
Yeah.
A singular being,
Right.
self-existent.
Yeah.
And it's described as the only life, the only reality.
Exactly. The sole source. It's a very strong claim on self-sufficiency. You see this uniqueness coming through powerfully in phrases like, I am WHOIM.
Right, from Exodus.
Yes, it suggests existence itself
Right.
originates purely from this single source. And this goes back before the mountains, before the earth itself, way back.
So the implication then,
Yeah.
for us, for everything else, what is it?
Well, the sources are really clear on this. Without this creator, nothing else exists. All of creation isn't just like helped by this divine life. It's derived from it.
Derived from it, like it's fundamentally connected.
Deeply connected. There's this phrase about life being bound up in a life package with this entity, interwoven.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, and the texts really double down on this. They say, the soul, the spirit, the breath of all living things, it's all in the hands of this one being.
All of it.
All of it. And it goes further. If this being were to, say, withdraw its spirit, its breath, then everything perishes, returns to dust. That's the level of dependence described. Even the cosmos itself, what we might call space-time, is said to be created and sustained by this divine word or spirit.
That's immense, that scope.
Right.
And building on that foundation, the sources bring in another key figure, right? This son.
Yes, the Son, or sometimes the second person of God, he's described as the very image of the unseen God, existing before all creation.
Before creation. Okay. And his role,
Mm-hmm.
how does he relate to the source we were just discussing?
Well, what's fascinating is that all things, visible, invisible, everything, they're said to be created through him and for him.
Through him and for him.
And it's in him that all things hold together. The Father, the ultimate source, is even said to give life specifically through the Son.
Okay, so creation and life flow through the son. But there's more, right? Judgment.
Yes, he's also given the authority to judge.
So what does that mean for us? For people engaging with these texts? What are the implications?
Well, the texts state pretty directly that if you listen to the Son's words and you believe, you gain eternal life. It's described as already passing from death to life. You avoid that judgment.
And for everyone, what's the picture?
They talk about a future resurrection, a resurrection of life for those who did good, and a resurrection of judgment for those who did evil.
So the ultimate fate of everything seems tied up with this son.
It appears so. The sources suggest that through him, things like sin and death are eventually, dealt with, eradicated, and creation is brought to its intended completion, its final state. But this brings up a really important point, doesn't it? I mean, these are huge, sweeping claims. How are we supposed to even grasp them as finite beings?
Yeah, that's the question, can we?
Well, the sources themselves say our understanding is limited. Inherently so. Any true understanding of these divine things, it's presented as something granted by the divine source itself.
So you can't just think your way there. It's not purely intellectual.
Not solely, no. It's emphasized that it takes the spirit of this divine being to reveal these deep things. We're sort of told we only grasp what we're enabled to grasp. It underlines the sheer scale of it all.
Right. So wrapping this up for today's deep dive, what's the core takeaway? We've looked at these sources describing one single self-existent being as the absolute foundation, the source, the sustainer of everything, life, existence, even our ability to understand it.
Yeah, and the pivotal role of the Son in creation, life, judgment, and the ultimate restoration of things.
The sheer scale of the dependency is what stands out, I think.
It really is. From the cosmos down to your own breath. It's all depicted as existing only because this ultimate source sustains it moment by moment.
So here's something to think about. If all existence, all life, your very understanding, if it all flows from and depends entirely on this one unique self-existent source, what does that fundamentally change about how you see reality, your place in it, even what truth means? Something to mull over. We'll catch you on the next deep dive.